Mongolia program that we are developing at the moment. Let me also say thanks to the organizers of this conference. I am very impressed that this conference is part of a week-long set of activity that brings people together around the topic and the activities of innovation and entrepreneurship. Around the table here are many experts who have researched the process of innovation and entrepreneurship. I'm very grateful that you invited me, even though I'm not an expert on innovation or entrepreneurship. My role at MIT is I work in MIT's foreign ministry, and I help MIT to develop international contacts, international collaborations, and I am here in that regard. So all I can do is, in my next 20 minutes, to talk a little bit about MIT. So that's what I know best, and what I want to do is just present a few ideas and a few observations about how MIT undertakes entrepreneurship and innovation, and give you some of the best practices that we found are very important for successful entrepreneurship innovation. So my talk will have 5 parts. I just want to present you with some key data very briefly about MIT. I want to just say a word about the concept of innovation as it applies to my presentation here. And then spend a few minutes on the MIT innovation ecosystem. I will then choose one specific program that we think is very important for our students, for our professors, to help us to move innovation along. The MIT Deshpande Center for Technological Innovation. And then finally, a few ideas about entrepreneurship education at MIT. MIT was founded in 1861 and is a private independent research university. The motto that you see in our insignium is very important: mens et manus, mind and hands. MIT has never been an ivory tower university. From the start, right from the start, we were founded to find solutions to problems, in the world. We always worked very closely with industry, with governments, and this ethos is really what pervades all that we are doing even today. Out of this mens and manus idea comes a very strong educational philosophy, and that is learning by doing. Our students are involved in experiments, in labs, right from the start as undergraduates when they attend MIT. We are not a very large university. As you can see, about 11,300 students. We have 4,500 undergraduate students, very small. Noteworthy maybe that 46% of our undergraduates are women, 10% are international students. Because we are a research university, we have more graduate students, 6,800, 32% women, 42% of those are international students. We have a core faculty of about 1,020 professors, also then about 780 research staff. And it might be again of interest to you that 42% of our faculty was not born in the United States. So we try to attract the best talent wherever they are, and we are very proud to have a very international, not only student body, but also a very international faculty. We have a very large number of research staff and scientists. The numbers are partly so high because we also manage the Lincoln Lab, which is outside Boston, and it's a large defense-related research lab with almost 4,000 people. But MIT contractually, from the Department of Defense, manages this lab. We have 5 schools, as you can see. Engineering, science, we have a School of Business, also a School of Architecture and Planning, and a School of Humanities, Arts, and Social Science. But the actual research at MIT is going on in over 30 interdisciplinary labs and centers. So the departments, they hire the professors, they organize the curriculum for the students. But the research is always been done in centers. And those centers always consists of professors from different departments, even from different schools. Some of the largest laboratories and centers, there's the Research Laboratory for Electronics. CSAIL is very famous. The New Koch Center for Integrative Cancer Research. For example, half of the people in these research centers are actually, in the cancer research centers are actually engineers, because the real breakthroughs in cancer are nowadays happening between biology, computer science, and engineering. We have the Media Lab and a new facility under construction, the MIT Nano Lab, to perform experiments on the nanoscale. Just as a word about how we measure our impact, we have 81 present and former Nobel Prize winners who were either on our staff and our faculty, have been our faculty or have been our students. 9 of those teach at the moment at MIT. But maybe more important is a study that was done in 2009. And this very much speaks to the topic of entrepreneurship and innovation. MIT graduates have started over 26,000 companies. They employ over 3.3 million people. And if you would put these activities all together, those MIT companies would constitute the 11th largest economy in the world. So this is for us a measure how MIT has impact in the world. Now, a very quick word about how I will talk about innovation and entrepreneurship. Many of you are involved on the right side, studying, researching how innovation and entrepreneurship unfolds, what are the conditions for successful entrepreneurship and innovation. My talk is more on the left. I just wanted to give you a few examples how the practice of innovation is being fostered at MIT and what types of programs we have to do that. And as you can see on these photos, entrepreneurship innovation at MIT takes place in many different parts of the world. Not just in high-tech companies, but also in new technologies for the developing world, as this photo on the left indicates. Many of you know this, but just to confirm, if innovation and entrepreneurship should be successful, those 5 actors have to work together. A lot of research is being done, of course, also by some of the people in the audience about the importance of cluster, but just to reinforce this, those 5 actors have to work together. The research universities, the entrepreneurs, who often come out of these research universities, the government agencies, but also large companies. Entrepreneurship, young entrepreneurs and large companies have an important relationship with each other. And large companies have to be part of the innovative and entrepreneurial process. And then, of course, you need to have banks, you need to have people in the venture capital business who knows how to manage risk, who knows how to invest in young startup companies. to give you now, again, very concretely, a sense of how does this work at MIT. And as you can see, MIT has been so successful, not just because it's standing on its own, but because there are other research universities in the city, in the location, be it Harvard, Boston University, Boston College, Northeastern. So there's a whole range. Secondly, there are many research and development labs of large companies, especially now lately biotech companies, life science companies. They all have research labs just around MIT. And I will show you just a little map to bring this home. We have many venture capitalists in the city, but we also, at MIT, provide all types of programs that bring entrepreneurs or people with ideas together, that help those people. That's the Deshpande Center or the MIT Entrepreneurship Center, the Venture Mentoring Service, and others. We have also incubators right around the corner, the Cambridge Innovation Center, and also other places. So you have to have these types of organization in place if you want to have successful entrepreneurship innovation. Just to show you the density of this is just for the life sciences. You see all the large life science companies, be it Sanofi, be it Millennium, Genzyme, have research labs in the area. Just to show you, this here is the MIT campus here. This is the MIT campus. And you see surrounding the campus, all these companies have their facilities. All these venture capitalists are all clustered just right around our campus here, and these people talk to each other on a daily basis. This is the reason why MIT and why Boston and Cambridge has such an innovative culture. So let's go to MIT itself. And I just want to talk to you for a minute about a few of the programs that we have internally at MIT. I will talk a bit more here about the Deshpande Center, but these here are the different stages. People have inspiration, they have ideas. They have to have someone who basically tells them, well, this could be an answer to the question that the market has, a demand that is there, a service or product that a company might need, a large company or in industrial sector or commercial sector. Then you need to put a plan together that moves the idea into an actual commercial product. You need to have a business plan, and then you need to have support to actually start your company, grow your company, and then maybe this company then further grows into a mid-sized operation. So, to inspire people to foster creativity, we have all kinds of prizes here and competitions in which our students participate. We have the Technology Licensing Office that helps our students and faculty with the entire legal side of things, with the IP, with the intellectual property, with patents, and so on. We also then have, in the later stages, organizations that help with funding and financing a startup company. Again, do you see all these different organizations. They are right on campus. You know, the Entrepreneurship Center, here's our business school, the Deshpande Center is here, we'll talk about this. We have also, the departments are very active, especially material science and engineering, with helping students to turn ideas into an invention and into a product. D-Lab is a special organization that develops products for the market in the developing world, which is, has its own dynamics, but is equally very important and attracts a lot of our students. I mentioned the technology and licensing office. Students can try out products in the hobby shop. We have a very strong sense, try it out, build a prototype. So we have all kinds of facilities here. Let me talk now for a minute about the Deshpande Center for Technological Innovation. This center was founded to leverage all the ideas that MIT students and MIT faculty have and move these innovations in the field of science and engineering into the commercial world. The center was established in 2002 and by now has funded over 100 projects with $12 million in grants. And we'll talk about these grants a little later. In total, the center has attracted about 28 startup companies with over $450 million in venture financing. Now, many projects have failed. Failure is a normal part of the entrepreneurial landscape. Why? Often not because the idea was not great, but to have a good idea and to figure out, is there a market for this idea, is another question. Also, even if there are market, can we scale up the idea, and is it actually cost efficient, or will the product be simply too expensive? A lot of ideas are ahead of their times, and the market is simply not ready to embrace a very bold new product. So it's often not that the idea wasn't good, but many other factors that down the road come about and ultimately then lead that a project may not succeed. But when companies do succeed, in the Deshpande Center, there were 2 ventures by now acquired for a total of $300 million. The faculty was also able to get further research connected to a product. And as you can see, the center has involved many different participants, faculty, venture capitalists and entrepreneurs, and a total of over 400 jobs were created through those successful startup companies. Now, again, the purpose of the center is, there are a lot of interesting ideas out there at MIT. So there's scientific knowledge. But then there needs to be translated into, there needs to be discussion with someone who knows the market and say, yes, this idea actually serves a need in the market. So there is always a huge gap between a researcher and the market. Everywhere in the world, outside MIT. MIT is no different in that way. I mean, researchers are not necessarily business people. So you have to create a forum where those people can come together. So, at the one hand, the Deshpande Center stimulates this internal ecosystem, but also that brings people from outside together with students and with researchers. The key thing is, and what the Deshpande Center helps to achieve, is ultimately to build a team. The team usually includes the inventor, the student, the professor, who is often a researcher or an engineer, and it includes a business person, and it includes someone who can translate and can take leadership to actually move a company into the commercial sector. Creating those teams is the most crucial aspect. And to have leadership and have a good team together. A business person alone is not enough. A researcher or a scientist alone is not enough either. So, how does the Deshpande Center helps to foster these value chain from idea to innovation? So, people at MIT in the different labs who have an idea, they can apply for a grant to basically put the idea into some kind of proof of concept, into a product. If it turns out that this may really hold promise, they are given an innovation grant. So again, this money will help them to better connect them with the commercial sector. And as you can see, the Deshpande Center helps to select. It also tells people, well, it's a great idea, but there's no market for it. Or it says, there's an idea, work further. It directs people in the right direction and connects them with venture capital, with large companies, with the government, and so on. So, my last part is about education and the entrepreneurial mind. MIT is very proud to be known for its entrepreneurial spirit, and people come from around the world and study us and ask, how do you do this? So just to give you a number, 50% of our graduates in 2014 work in companies that they started themselves. That is an enormous number. And it's up from 1% just in 2006. So this drive to start your own company has been increasing over the last few years, and it's really one of the highlights of time. And organizations like the Deshpande Center and many others help students to start their companies. But you need a certain entrepreneurial mind, a certain entrepreneurial spirit. You need to educate students. Not everybody is a born entrepreneur. And I'm just finishing my presentation by telling you a little bit what are the key aspects to instill in the education. This is what we learned at MIT. Entrepreneurs have to try out things. Again, the learning by doing aspect is very important to create this entrepreneurial spirit and entrepreneurial mind. Obviously, you all know this, but I just want to also repeat this. You have to create a culture where someone can take a risk and someone can fail. If you don't have that, people will not try. So we have this spaces at MIT where you can try out and you can fail. But everybody is basically proud that you did try out your idea. You have to have people who question the existing paradigms. Entrepreneurs are people who say, hey, I have a better idea. I have a better product. I have a solution. Nobody has thought about this. I see a need, and I will go forward and turn my idea into a product. We also feel entrepreneurs should have a pretty broad-based education. Because as I mentioned, people who are innovative and entrepreneurial, they know how to talk to other people. So that means one should have a curriculum, for example, that is flexible, that allows an engineer also to take a couple business courses, that allows a business major to take basic courses in product design and understand how this product design, how engineering is actually being done. Obviously, you need to have a very strong collaboration across departments and schools. Entrepreneurship is only possible at innovation if the business schools, the engineering schools, and the science schools work together on this. We also feel professors are role models. if professors are entrepreneurs. By the way, if professors tell students, I have failed, I tried this and it didn't work for reason A, B, C, then students will follow. They will then also see encouragement from the role of professors and also alumni. MIT has many successful alumni who have been entrepreneurs, and they are on campus all the time. And they are encouraging our young students. So, I want to finish with the last slide that says, so, okay, what are the concrete examples? So, I think in order to have an entrepreneurial, educational mind, to have an entrepreneurial atmosphere at a university, you should have a broad range of curricular and extracurricular activities. And I just want to give you a list what we do at MIT and what in our experience works. Obviously, there are many courses on entrepreneurship itself, academic courses on innovation and entrepreneurship. We feel that internships are very important so that students learn how companies and also startups, how they work. So we provide a lot of students with internships, not just in the United States, but also abroad. Business competitions. People should try out their ideas, compete, just see what others say. It's a low-risk type of engagement, and it fosters the creativity of students. Try it out. Let's put our project into this competition. This is an important part. We have a leadership program for our engineering students. Entrepreneurship is about people and leadership, and that needs to be trained. Even our MIT students, who are among the best and brightest, they undergo this leadership program, and they want to do this because they do know there are certain things they have to learn. Finally, you have to have an entrepreneurship center that offers a lot of workshops. This is the Martin Trust Center for us. We feel also entrepreneurship is not only taking place in the developed countries, but is an important solution for all developing countries. MIT has an especially strong program for entrepreneurship at the development land. This is the E-Lab. And then finally, give students spaces where they can try out. There's a whole movement in the United States called the makerspace movement. Have students tinker around with something, have them produce something, try something out. We feel that fosters the entrepreneurial mind of the student and gives a room for their creativity. I hope I'm within the time. I want to thank you for your attention. And again, I want to congratulate you for putting this conference on, and we at MIT will be delighted to work with you.